Good morning. Okay, so do a little cook with me. I am currently going through the excess pantry and putting it into the regular pantry, but I stopped real quick because I need to make a pineapple upside down cake for a quilting I'm going to today, and I also need to get dinner in the crock pot so it can cook this afternoon. So let's get started with this part. We got to get the pineapple upside down cake done first. Okay, I have my oven on preheating. I have my melted butter ready to pour in my pan and make our mixture. And I always do a little bit extra because my box cake doesn't always actually all fit in one pan. So I usually have to put it in multiple pans at a time. So I put my butter in here and I'm just mixing it around like so that it covers all the edges and the sides and everything, so that it will not only make the mixture evenly, but it won't stick to the sides. Then I need to get my brown sugar out. And for this part, I usually just eyeball it. It's however much I kind of want in there. Depends on how sugary I want it to be. So I'm gonna do that. And get my whisk. I've already mixed my cake mix, so I'm gonna use my whisk from that. Okay. This is all gonna go together eventually. So my pan is actually one of those that has like the little circles for each individual pineapple, which is one of my favorite parts about this pan. I think I got it for maybe $3 at a Goodwill. And I love this pan. It's so cute. It lived under a cabinet in my room for forever. So it's one of my favorite things to use. That's why I like to make this cake, is specifically because of the pan. All right, so I've already opened my pineapple rings and I am now putting them in my pan. Not everybody's going to get a piece with a whole piece of pineapple. They'll like all cut it up, kind of pie-like, you know, with like little triangles, and then everybody just gets what they get. So, okay, I have my pineapples in the bottom of my pan now, and now I need my cherries. I only have a few left, so I hope this is actually enough. Let's see, do I have anything? There it is. I like to use my apple core to help scoop out my cherries because it's more rounded than a spoon, so it holds them nicely. All right, so we're gonna do one. Depends on how many cherries I have. We're gonna put one in each center because I'm gonna flip this upside down. It's gonna be pretty presentation. When I get it there, it's gonna be upside down in a carry-on pie or cake container. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be gorgeous. Anyways, so I'm gonna put one in each of the little centers of the pineapples, and then I think I'm gonna put one in each corner. Ew, ew. There we go. Okay. I'm putting one in each corner between the circles. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. I have one more cherry. Okay, that came really close. All right. This is what she looks like. Very pretty. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of the pineapple juice in here, even though it's really juicy with the brown sugar. I want a tiny bit of pineapple juice. Now we're ready for our cake mix. So I'm gonna come get my cake mix. This may hold all the way, and if it does, that's fantastic. Okay, it doesn't, and I'm gonna stop right there. All right, that's very normal. It very seldom holds everything because I do want room for this to rise up, because otherwise it's gonna bubble out, and I really want it to have as flat a bottom as physically possible because I am gonna flip it upside down. So I would like it to have a very flat bottom. All right, so I've done one. Now I'm gonna make a second one to fill up the rest of the ingredients. Okay, already had my pan pulled out. Knew I was gonna have to do this. So we're gonna get, because we're finishing out the lasts of some stuff, we're gonna get a spatula out of the drawer real quick. And yes, this is my stovetop that I'm currently making it on, because that is often where I do my food prep, actually. It's not the cabinets usually. It's usually the top of the stove. I can hear the dog chasing the cats in the background. Okay. So butter, all nice and incorporated. Spread all over the bottom of the pan. And we're gonna do some brown sugar. We're gonna do less brown sugar than we did before because there is less butter. So we're gonna use our spatula to mix this. This one is probably going to be left here for us to make sure that we get some and that Judah gets some, even if it's all eaten at the quilting today. So, all right, nice and spread around evenly, mostly evenly. All right. So, a little bit of pineapple juice, because there's not a lot of liquid in this one, because I ran out of butter. And then we're going to go ahead and just dump out the pineapple rings. There we go, very gently. There are only 3 of them, which is perfectly fine. We don't have any more cherries. I'm going to dump a tiny bit of the cherry juice for the flavor and the color, but we don't have any more cherries, so just juice. I'm going to mix that around a little bit. All right, time for the cake mix. The second one is always kind of a scrap cake. It's always whatever I have left. I never have enough cherries for both. I never have cherries. I never have enough cherries. Okay. I'm gonna scrape all of this out of the bowl. Boom. Okay. Cake mix barely covers the bottom. That's okay. It will turn into this delicious whatever it is, and we'll eat it. And it will be delicious. Because that is what this cake is. This particular cake is for whatever was left to make into whatever it turns into, and we eat it. So, alright, mostly have it sort of spread around. Scrape the edges. I don't have to worry about it bubbling over, because there's barely enough to cover what I've got in there. Alright, so this is what this one looks like. It's a little messy. There's barely anything in that one, but that's okay. Then this one over here looks beautiful. My oven is almost preheated, so we'll get them in just a second. Okay, oven is preheated, so we're gonna go ahead and get these in here. Okay, there we go. And there we go. All done. So those are finishing in there, and I've gotten all my ingredients put away, pulled out my crock pot, so let's get dinner started. Okay, so I had a hard time deciding which countertop to leave this on, but I think I'm going to do this one over here by the stove because it's the least used every day. So I just need to unwind my cord at the back. So what we're putting in here is actually pieces of pork. I don't know if this cut has a name. If it does, I'm not aware of what it is. But we've got several of those in there, and then I'm going to pour some cream of mushroom soup. Okay, so I put in 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, and I'm doing a second can because that was not quite enough for me. And then I'm gonna pull out a spatula to get the rest of this out. There's a lot of goodness still left in this bottom right here. Okay, next one. Okay, both of those are done. Now we're gonna move this around a little bit so it covers a little bit more. Okay, Worcestershire sauce opened and opened again. Okay, finally done with that. So we're gonna pour in a little bit of that. And then we've got some chicken broth. I know it's weird to put chicken broth on top of pork, but here we are. So I'm gonna open this like that. And then let's see. It's got a solid plug of the cold stuff. So I'm gonna need one of these knives to see if I can poke it down in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. At least I moved it down out of my way. There we go. Alright, a little bit of that on top. Boom. All done. Alright, lots of flavor now. Enough moisture that it's not going to dry out. Creaminess to make it creamy. And now we need the seasonings, which is one of my favorite parts. Okay, love me some spices. So, we're going to make our spice mixture. Alright, so first thing going in is garlic salt. I'm going to do a little scoop of that. Next thing going in is going to be a very contradictory flavor, but we're going to do basil, dried basil, because I love the kind of peppery herbiness of basil. So then we're going to do this grilled chicken sea salt rub. I love the flavor this adds to pretty much anything. And then we're going to do a tiny bit of paprika. I always add paprika. I love the earthiness, especially with meat. Then we're going to do a little bit of black pepper. Just a little bit, because I don't want it to be too spicy. Because if he wants it to be spicy, he can add some hot sauce or pepper to it later. But if I make it spicy, then I don't get to enjoy it. And then we're going to do some garlic powder. And then we're going to do a healthy serving of salt. And probably a dot more, because I did not salt this before I put it in. So, okay, let me smell this and see what I think. Just stir it up. So it's well mixed. Alright. That looks delicious. It also, oh, it smells fantastic. I wish you could smell it. It's so good. Okay, what is it missing? Almost not enough garlic, I think. I think I might add a little bit more of this. It's almost not enough garlic. It's too peppery without enough earth to it. Alright, that changed the color, which is good. That's very good. That's perfect. That's very garlicky, but not too much. I might add just a dot more of this. Boom. Okay, I think that is perfection. Now we're going to pour it on top. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle this quite heavily on top here. I want it to cover like all of the surfaces. That's why I'm using the spoon. Because if I dump it in the bowl, I have a little less control, and I want it to be evenly covering everything, so when I mix it a little bit, I don't lose like some parts without flavor. So, alright, all poured on top, all done. Now we're gonna mix it real quick, just a tiny bit, just to make sure I get that seasoning in all of the spots, because I feel like it's just floating on top currently. Just a little bit of mixing, not too much, not overwhelming. Alright, perfect. The whole top is now a sauce that is going to meld nicely into the meat, and we have one final thing. I'm going to pick up the meat at the bottom, and we're going to move some of this stuff on top around inside of it so that it finishes cooking all together. There is nothing more unappetizing than uncooked meat in a sauce. It's the grossest thing I've ever looked at, but when it's cooked, tastes and smells fantastic. Just looks horrible before that. So this smells incredible. I can't express to you just how good this smells, and looks delicious. Cannot wait for it to cook down, but I'm not going to cook it quite yet. I'm going to wait to turn it on till later. So this is going to just do its little slow cooking thing for the afternoon into the evening, and then I will cook some rice this evening to pair with it, and maybe a little broccoli on the side. So this looks really good. I cannot wait to do this evening. And let's take a look at our cakes. Looking fantastic. All right. Okay, so while our stuff is cooking or preparing to be cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and finish restocking the pantry. So these are the things that need to be put into their containers. These are the things that just need to go in a certain space with the rest of it. This stuff that needs to go in a basket. All of these cans just need to go in their respective places. Thanksgiving stuff needs to live on the counter in a basket because it's going to be made tomorrow, all my Thanksgiving stuff, because we are hosting my family for Thanksgiving. This needs to go away because I didn't like that. This needs to go in the shelf to replace my box mix. So just stuff like that. Matilda. So this stuff needs to be put away in the pantry. I'm going to refill my spaghetti even though I didn't use all of it, And I'm completely out of my orzo, so we're gonna go ahead and fill that up. And then this is what my overflow pantry looks like right now. Very neat, very organized, because there's way less in it now because we have eaten a lot. I need to refill certain things, like pastas we're fine on, but I don't think we're gonna have enough evaporated milks and sweetened condensed milks for the rest of December. And then we're fine on chicken broths, especially since I made some and bought some at the same time. And then we are fine on cake mixes, and we're doing great with crackers. We have all the crackers we could possibly want in certain scenarios, but I don't think we have enough saltines. So I may have to get a box of those. And then we have some tomato sauces, but we are completely out of our stored up chili fixings, which cannot happen. And we are completely out of, oh no, we have one more mixture of our brown rice mixtures. So we need some more of that. And we are out of pineapples for both pineapple upside down cake and our little crushed salads. Here's why keeping pineapples on hand is important to me. When I know I'm going to a quilting and I need cakes ready in one morning, I know I can grab this because I have this. And I know I can grab this because I have this. And usually I keep enough cherries to make at least one cake. So, okay, grab it, good, ready to go. I have exactly what I need. Chili, when I brainlessly want to make chili, I have all the beans and tomatoes and the packaging, right here, the little package, and everything to make chili immediately without even thinking about it. So I don't have to run to the store. I don't have to grab anything extra. I know I have what I need. So I'm beginning to run low on some of my last minute, oh, I need some pastas, oh, I need some beans, stuff like that. So I need to go grab some more of those when I go grocery shopping next week. But on certain items, we're fine. Like honey, we have plenty of. Chips, we have plenty of. We're fantastic on marshmallows. We're great on spaghetti sauces. I have enough Jiffy Corn muffin mix to supply the county, so because it was on sale. So we have enough of some stuff. I just need some more of other things. So let's start putting some of this stuff away. Okay, so cakes are out of the oven. This one is really sad. I turned on dinner, so it's on low, and it will be on for the next several hours. I have rice sitting out ready to go. I'm gonna make some hummus and some chopped cream cheese. Got dishes to do. I rearranged the entire freezer and fridge and pantry. So this is what the freezer looks like now. Very organized, and all the stuff from the outside freezer is now inside. Cats, really? Except for a couple of the really big items that I didn't put in here. And then this is the pantry now. Very well stocked, very reorganized, all the food in it. Very ready to go. So all of that's done. Now I just have a few more chores to do real quick before I leave for quilting, and I need to make the bed. All right, all finished and out of its beautiful pan. Oh, I think it looks so lovely. And I've got it in my little carrying dish and I'm ready to go. Alrighty, dressed and ready to go. Got the cake, kitchen's clean, living room's clean, kittens are put away. I just gotta get the dogs inside and I'm ready to go. Come on, girls. Come on, let's go. Good girls. Okay, so plans changed. We're having cake for dessert, a lot of cake for dessert. I picked up Judah from work. We went home and had lunch. Brought him back to work, just dropped him off, and now I'm headed to run some errands, and I'm gonna hit some stores in town and just have some fun. So first stop is bank to take some money in, and then the next stop is going to be the ministry center out by the bridge. Okay, so the ministry center was fantastic. I got some good stuff. Not a ton of stuff, but good stuff. I found this really weird old poinsettia that I think I can do stuff with. Paid, I think, $1.48 for everything. Then I got this cute little dish. And then I also got this, which I plan on turning bronze like I do a lot of my other stuff. So I got this little fish to go with my other bronze fish that I've done before. So now we're going into the homestead. So here we go. Okay, so nothing there, so we're off to Herbal Roots to see what they have. So here we go. Okay, so I had fun in that one. I got 2 tiny little bitty fans, like teeny tiny little fans. It's a little bitty lace fan and a little bitty orange fan. And those are just adorable. I paid like $4 for the bigger one and $2 for the little one. So that was fun. Alrighty, off we go. Okay, stopped by Calhoun Coffee. They were out of chai, but I got a hot chocolate instead, and now we're gonna go home. Well, needless to say, everybody's really happy to see me now that I'm home. They're all on top of me. The only one that's missing is Eileen, and she's in there, and she was just on top of me. All right, meat turned out absolutely perfect. I mean, look at that. It is just completely melting. That is so gorgeous. Exactly what I wanted. Gravy tastes fantastic. I heated up some acre peas from the freezer in the stove or oven, so those are done. And this rice is done. So we've got our plates made completely, and then him some acre peas, and I am cutting the gorgeous cake to put onto our plates. So this is dinner. Today was so much fun. I got to cook a whole lot of things that I've never made before. And I also tried this in this house for the very first time, which was a gorgeous cake, gorgeous meat, and it all turned out so perfectly. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.